Hello and welcome to Friday Flowers. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. So we're going to use a flower from this book right here, Florabunda Basics from Suzanne McNeil. When she was making this book, she had sent me step-outs for one of the flowers. And so I'm going to show you that today, but it doesn't really have a name. It's this one right here, and I'm just going to call it a bloom because that's what she calls it. So this is going to be a Florabunda bloom from Suzanne McNeil. It's a lot of fun to draw. Let's get started. Let's put a frame around like we usually do, a very light frame. And if you like learning step outs of things that aren't necessarily Zentangle, but Zentangle related, please put in the comments that you've liked this and you would like me to figure out the step outs for a couple of more. That will be a lot of fun, I think. Okay, what I do want to do though is kind of put a mark here so that I know how big my flower is kind of going to be. So the bloom is really the most important part. I'm not that concerned with the stem, but from here and then the frame will actually act as our other. So I just know that I want to put my flower in between here. So the first thing that we're going to do is make a little stand for the flower. And then we're going to make some petals. And you see here, they don't connect in on each other. They just connect to the top. But the next petal is going to connect at the same point that it started at. You do want to leave some space in between these petals. Okay, and we do the same thing on the other side. Okay. And then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take this space between the petals and put like in an arc. And we're going to aura that, an arch. I don't know why I said arc. Is it arc or is it arch? I have no idea. Then we're going to do the same thing over here. And then let's decorate the inside of the petals. What I'm going to do is just make a line and put an open circle. And then we're going to add some little bits of flower on each of these petals. So they don't have to be that long, but I do like them to kind of hang in the direction that I feel like they would be hanging depending on where they are on the flower. And then we can stick in a stem. And then we can pretty much do like whatever we want with this. I think that sometimes if you really want to get intricate, what you can do is add orbs around that edge of the flower. But if you like this video and you'd like to see more, please definitely subscribe so that you don't miss anything, and try to comment if there's something in particular that you would like to see on my channel next. So that is basically that Florabunda book of bloom. So a lot of fun to draw. There's a lot of different things that you could do with it. Let's get into the shading. So I'm just going to put a little bit right here, right here. And then I think I'm going to use the graphite that's still on my tortillon to do these little arc spots right here. And then maybe, I feel like this deserves a little bit there on the bottom. Can barely see that. Alrighty, so you can shade this all kinds of different ways. There's no, real hard and fast rule for shading. So since it's so intricate, I am going to put a very simple frame in. I'm going to follow the frame, but I'm not going to make the whole solid frame like we normally might. If you wanted to make it a little bit more fancy, you could aura the corners. But I wouldn't add too much to it because I really think that the bloom is so intricate that you really don't want to have the frame take away from it. And that's it.